Have you ever felt that no matter how many years you've studied English, you still get nervous when you actually have to speak? Like all the vocabulary, all the grammar you've learned, suddenly disappears the moment you need to communicate. I've been there. The truth is, it's often not because you're not good enough, but pronunciation.
That's right. Many people think they have to sound native to be understood. But the truth is, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be clear. Clarity, not perfection. If people understand you, you've already succeeded.
And that feeling of being cut off, when the listener frowns because they can't understand you, is what makes so many people give up too soon. I once heard a podcast where the host said, if you listen to English speakers, you'll see even native speakers aren't perfect, but they're still understood. It's a reminder, we're not alone.
Have you ever paid attention to the th sound in words like think or this? Many learners say sink or dis. I used to do the same. But there's a simple trick. Place your tongue lightly between your teeth and gently push air out. Slowly, gently. Try it. Think. Thursday. I remember the first time I got it right. It felt like unlocking a door that had been closed for years.
And then there are long and short vowel sounds, like ship and sheep, bit and beat. Just a slightly longer or shorter vowel can completely change the meaning of a sentence. I remember once saying, I saw a sheep, and someone thought I said, ship. We laughed until tears came. But moments like that taught me something important. Practicing pronunciation isn't just about reading words correctly. It's about understanding how language conveys meaning.
And you know, practicing pronunciation doesn't have to be stressful. One great technique is standing in front of a mirror. Watch how your mouth moves, how your tongue opens, how your lips shift. I call it the mirror technique. Sounds simple, but it works wonders.
I like recording my voice on my phone. At first, it's a little painful to listen back. You realize your pronunciation isn't perfect. Your rhythm is off, but listening to yourself is the key. When you replay it, you can fine-tune each sound, each beat. I also use shadowing, listening to a sentence from a movie or podcast and immediately repeating it with the same rhythm and intonation. It feels like you're imitating a native speaker. But really, your body is memorizing the language in the most natural way.
Do you ever talk to yourself? I do. Even when I'm cooking, I am cutting tomatoes, I am boiling water. It sounds a little strange. But your mouth, your brain, your whole body is being trained in English. And gradually, speaking out loud clearly becomes a habit, not a challenge anymore.
More importantly, don't be afraid of your accent. I used to worry I didn't sound American or British. It sounded strange, but in reality, everyone has an accent. Every region, every person is different. In the US, you hear New York, Texas, California, so many accents. And they're all accepted. Your accent is part of who you are. And the most important thing is, people understand you. Clarity over perfection.
And don't forget to slow down. Many think speaking fast makes you sound natural. But actually, speaking slowly and clearly makes you understood and creates a better impression. I once heard a podcast mentioning that Barack Obama speaks slowly, yet he is full of authority. And people listen, understand, and respect him. Nobody expects you to speak so fast they can't keep up.
And finally, make practicing pronunciation fun. Play shadowing games, sing along with songs, create mini challenges every day. One tricky sound, one sentence recorded, listen back, repeat. In just a week, you'll notice real progress. Imagine this: 5 focused minutes a day. Not long, but consistent. After a month, your voice will be noticeably different.
Have you ever thought of learning English as a journey, not a race? Every word you practice, every sound you refine, every sentence you speak out loud, is a step along that path. And I, as someone who's walked ahead, want to remind you, don't fear mistakes. Don't fear your accent. Don't rush. Just be clear. Just dare to speak, and you've already succeeded.
So today, try this. Pick a tricky sound. Record a short sentence. Listen back. Repeat. Look in the mirror. Listen to music. Shadow along. And remember, every small step leads to big progress. We'll travel this journey together, day by day, sound by sound.
And when you look back, you'll realize learning pronunciation isn't just learning a language, it's learning to listen. learning patience, and learning to trust yourself.
As I said before, improving your pronunciation isn't something that happens overnight. But there are ways. If you do them consistently, you'll notice real progress. For example, I often start with the mirror technique. Stand in front of a mirror. Watch your mouth as you speak. Notice how your tongue and lips move. You'll catch so many details that usually go unnoticed when you speak too fast.
Imagine this. When you say think Thursday, if your tongue isn't in the right place, listeners might get a little confused. But just a few minutes a day in front of a mirror, your mouth starts to remember the correct positions. It's like training your body to speak English instead of just learning the theory.
After the mirror, record yourself. This is the step many people dread, but it's the most effective. Listening to your own voice at first can be a bit painful, but it's a golden opportunity to self-correct. I like to compare my voice with podcasts or videos by native speakers. You'll immediately notice missing sounds or unnatural rhythms.
Another technique I love is shadowing. You listen to a short sentence from a movie or podcast, then immediately repeat it with the same rhythm and intonation. It sounds simple, but when you do it, you start catching the language like music, and your speech becomes more natural. I even shadow dialogues in songs. It's fun and feels like a game while learning.
Here's something many English learners forget: the final sounds of words. Ship versus sheep, bit versus beat. One different ending can completely change the meaning. Practicing the final sounds daily will make your sentences sound complete and much easier to understand.
I usually break down difficult words or sentences into parts. For example, a long sentence. I have been studying English for 3 years. Instead of saying it all at once, I practice each segment. I have been studying English for 3 years. Then I combine them. It helps me control rhythm, intonation, and reduces stress when speaking fast.
And here's a way to make practice enjoyable. Turn it into a mini game. Sing along to a song. Try shadowing a funny dialogue. Set small daily challenges. For example, today practice the th sound with 5 different sentences. Record. Listen back. Tomorrow, try faster, more confidently. Pronunciation practice becomes fun, not pressure. A little mental game every day. Male, looking straight at the camera. Warm and expressive. Welcome back. If you've tried the mirror technique, shadowing, and recording yourself, you've probably felt a bit of a difference. But to really improve, we need to turn these techniques into daily habits. Learning English, especially pronunciation, is like taking care of a plant. Consistent watering, just the right amount of sunlight, and patient observation of every new leaf and bud.
That's right. A small routine, just 10 to 15 minutes a day, done consistently, can transform the way you speak. For example, you might start your morning with 5 minutes of the mirror technique. Look in the mirror and read 3 to 5 challenging sentences out loud. Then record yourself saying a short sentence. Listen back, and adjust. This sets a strong foundation for the day, and your brain starts remembering the correct pronunciation more naturally.
At noon, if possible, take 5 minutes to do shadowing with a podcast clip or movie dialogue. Pick a short sentence, listen, and repeat immediately, keeping the rhythm and intonation. Try a mini challenge. Listen once. Shadow the second time. Record and listen the third time. You'll be surprised how just a few minutes a day can significantly improve your language rhythm.
In the evening, spend a few minutes on word endings, the sounds you've struggled with. Pick 3 to 5 words. Say them out loud. Emphasize the final sound clearly. Then write a short sentence using each word and read it aloud 3 times. This simple mini challenge is incredibly effective for clarity, which is more important than perfection.
Imagine this. After a week of practicing th sounds, vowel lengths, shadowing, recording yourself, and focusing on word endings, just 15 minutes a day, you'll notice your voice becoming more natural, clearer, and, most importantly, more confident when speaking English.
And here's an important secret: make your practice fun and motivating. You can shadow along to your favorite songs. Watch funny English clips. Tell yourself a short story in English. Or challenge yourself to record 1 sentence a day and listen back. When practice is enjoyable, it doesn't feel like pressure, you feel curiosity, excitement, and a desire to keep going.
Here's a suggested mini challenge schedule. Days 1 to 3, mirror technique plus record 1 sentence. Days 4 to 6, shadow 3 short sentences from a podcast. Day 7, combine everything, record a full mini dialogue of 5 sentences. Listen back, adjust. Repeat weekly, and you'll notice your th sounds, vowel lengths, rhythm, and intonation improve significantly. The key is consistency and patience, not perfection from the start.
And remember, every mistake you make, every sentence you don't get perfect, is a step forward. Look at the practice process as a journey, not a race. Every day you spend a few minutes, you're building confidence, clarity, and a natural, comfortable approach to English.
In the next part, we'll turn all these mini challenges into a daily routine, with an easy-to-follow checklist, motivation tips, and ways to reward yourself so you don't give up. You'll see that pronunciation practice is no longer a burden, it becomes an enjoyable, integrated part of your life.
And when you combine all 4 parts, recognizing mistakes, mirror, shadowing, recording techniques, mini challenges, and daily habits, you'll notice your English becoming clearer, more confident, and, most importantly, you'll enjoy the journey even more.
So this part isn't over yet. In the final section, I'll summarize a 1-week schedule, tips to stay motivated, and ways to maintain long-term progress so you don't just practice pronunciation. You turn it into a lifelong habit.
But there's one more thing many people overlook: feedback from others. Friends, teachers, or listeners can point out mistakes you might miss, and you'll improve faster. I heard a podcast say progress doubles when you practice yourself and get feedback from others.
You can also speak out loud every day, even when doing personal tasks. I often describe what I'm doing while cooking. I am chopping onions. I am boiling water. It sounds strange, but your mouth, your brain, and your rhythm gradually get used to English. Eventually, speaking out loud becomes a natural habit, no longer requiring so much thought.
And most importantly, don't fear your accent. I used to worry because I didn't sound American or British. But your accent is part of your personality. Listen to this. Clarity is more important than perfection. If people understand you, you've succeeded. Clarity over perfection, simple words, but profound meaning.
And to see progress, try a small challenge today. Pick a tricky sound. Record a short sentence. Listen, and repeat. In a week, you'll notice a difference. In a month, you'll feel the confidence when you speak. Have you tried this before? If not, try it now.
So, practicing pronunciation isn't just about words or sentences, it's a journey of self-discovery. Listening to yourself, listening to others, being patient, and most importantly, daring to speak. Day by day, sound by sound, you move closer to the clear, confident English you dream of.
And we're not done yet. In the next part, I'll guide you through each technique in detail, with many challenges and real examples for daily practice. You'll see pronunciation won't be a fear anymore. It'll be an exciting part of your English learning journey. Welcome back. Today, I want to dive deeper into pronunciation techniques, the kind you can apply every day and really feel the progress. As I said before, pronunciation isn't a marathon, it's about small, steady steps with patience and awareness.
First, let's start with the mirror technique, watching yourself in the mirror as you speak. It sounds simple, but you'd be surprised how effective it is. Stand in front of a mirror. Say a short sentence out loud. I think this is amazing. Watch your tongue, lips, jaw move. You'll notice details you didn't before, like your tongue not in the right spot for th, or your lips not open enough for a long vowel.
You can try a mini challenge every day. Pick 5 tricky words. Practice them in front of the mirror. Record yourself. Then listen back. You'll notice a difference in just a week. And remember, perfection isn't the goal, clarity is. As I heard in a podcast, a learner said, "Just being understood makes me feel so much more confident."
Next is shadowing. This is a powerful technique, especially if you want natural speech and lively rhythm. Listen to a short sentence from a podcast or a movie. Then immediately repeat it with the same rhythm and intonation. For example, what do you recommend? Hear it, Then mimic. What do you recommend? Keep the timing, the pitch, the emotion.
Mini challenge. Pick a 30-second dialogue from your favorite podcast. Shadow it 3 times. First, just listen. Second, repeat along. Third, record yourself and listen back. You'll notice your rhythm, stress, and intonation improve a lot.
And don't forget to record yourself daily. Listen back. Compare with native speakers. You'll hear missing sounds or linking errors. At first, your voice might sound a little weird, but that's a sign you're improving. Mini challenge. Each morning, record a sentence for 5 minutes. Listen at night. Focus on one tricky sound you want to improve.
Another fun and different technique is to turn practice into a game. Sing along to your favorite song, or create a shadowing challenge with a funny dialogue. You'll see pronunciation practice isn't stressful, it's a little mental game. I heard a podcast once. Learners said when they could laugh while learning, their brain absorbed faster and stress was much lower.
And pay attention to word endings. This is a detail many overlook, but it determines clarity. Ship versus sheep, bit versus beat. I saw a sheep versus I saw a ship. One wrong ending and the meaning changes completely. Mini challenge. Each day, pick 3 words, say them out loud, emphasize the final sound clearly. Listen back and adjust.
You can also break long sentences into smaller parts. A complex sentence like, I have been studying English for 3 years. Practice in segments. I have been studying English for 3 years. Then combine them. This helps control rhythm, intonation, and reduces stress when speaking fast.
And finally, something many people overlook. Feedback from others. Friends, teachers, or listeners can point out what you miss. And you'll improve faster. A podcast once shared that when you practice and get feedback at the same time, progress doubles.
So today, I want you to try a challenge. Pick a tricky sound. Record a sentence. Shadow a podcast. Watch yourself in the mirror. Listen back, and adjust. Treat it like a small game. 5 to 10 minutes each day. You'll notice a difference not only in your voice but in your confidence.
We're not done yet. In the next part, I'll show you how to turn these techniques into daily habits. Combine them with schedules, mini challenges, and tips so you can keep improving without pressure. You'll see pronunciation can become easy, fun, and feel like a natural part of your life.
So today, you now have a toolkit: mirror technique, shadowing, recording yourself, focusing on word endings, breaking long sentences, getting feedback, and turning practice into a game. All you need is to apply them every day. And in the next part, we'll turn these tools into a real habit, so you never worry about pronunciation again. Welcome to the final part. If you've been with me through the previous sections, by now you have all the tools: identifying mistakes, mirror technique, shadowing, recording yourself, mini challenges, and turning practice into a daily habit. But today, I want to help you put it all together into a clear, practical plan so that every day, you get a little closer to speaking English confidently.
And before we dive into the details, let's remind ourselves, English isn't about being perfect. No one speaks perfectly, not even native speakers. What matters is clarity. When you speak and someone understands you, you've succeeded. Clarity over perfection. Imagine this. You're talking to a friend in New York, London, or Sydney, and they understand you. You feel confident. You feel happy. That's the real goal.
As for a weekly schedule, you might try something like this. Monday to Friday. 5 minutes mirror technique with 3 to 5 challenging sentences. 5 minutes shadowing with a podcast or movie. 5 minutes recording yourself and listening back. 3 difficult words focusing on word endings. Say each out loud 3 times. Saturday. Compile a mini dialogue of 5 to 10 sentences. Shadow and record the entire thing. Sunday. Listen to a podcast, song, or favorite clip. Just listen. Take notes on rhythm and intonation. So, each day is only about 15 minutes, and the weekend review takes 30 minutes. You'll notice real progress.
And don't forget to make it fun and motivating. Reward yourself after completing a mini challenge, a nice cup of coffee, an episode of your favorite show, or sharing your progress with friends. When practice is enjoyable, It doesn't feel like a burden, you'll just want to keep going. I once heard a podcast say, learning is faster when it's fun rather than stressful. And it's true.
One more tip. Track your progress. Record yourself daily and compare with last week. You'll clearly notice small improvements. Your th sounds more natural. Intonation smoother. Sentences clearer. Those small steps, accumulated over time, create huge confidence.
And remember, every time you speak, every time you shadow, every time you listen to yourself, you're building confidence and communication skills. Your accent doesn't matter, and you don't have to be perfect. What matters is that you're doing it and making progress.
So today, I want to leave you with 3 final messages. Clarity over perfection. Being understood matters more than being perfect. Practice consistently. Daily habits create long-term progress. Enjoy the journey. Learning English is a journey. Enjoy each step along the way.
Try it today. Record a short sentence. Shadow along with a podcast. Look in the mirror and say 3 difficult words out loud. Listen back, feel the difference, and promise yourself, you'll be patient. Step by step, every single day.
Thank you for joining me throughout this series. Remember, clear pronunciation isn't the ultimate goal, it's a tool to speak confidently, to be understood, and to connect with the world. English is a journey, and you're on the right path.
Keep practicing, keep improving, clearer every day, more confident with every step. And don't forget, every mistake you make, every sentence that isn't perfect, is still progress.